Oh, I think this is the last preseason game too, and starters will play most of the game. Okay, a quad strain, nothing too bad. Alrighty, let's go ahead and get into it. Um,
It's very quiet in here.
yeah, I know. She said she's talking in the group, but I don't hear her.
Nope. What? Yeah.
Do 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 do. Why is this being such a pain? Never had this many issues. Weird. There we go.
What's he doing?
Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go.
Don't you face palm me?
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Tonight, the final dress rehearsal, week 3 of the preseason. And we got a good matchup on tap, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the Chicago Bears. Here's the punter, Rigoberto Sanchez, on to get us started. And off we go from Soldier Field. On the return, it's Nyheim Hines. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
32-yard line now. Here's a second down and 4. Jackson now. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
Defensively going forward, they're going to have to watch out for him on plays just like that. It's a drag route across the field, and they're trying to free him up and let him run after the catch. That won't be the last time we see that play, and it works there to pick up a first down.
First down, here's Mitchell. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
That's complete to Davis.
What's the flag? What's the flag? Ah!
Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding,
It's okay,
and that's
it's
what we've
okay.
got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
Now Jackson on second down. He'll get this one complete to Davis.
Hello?
So the
Yes,
completion
sir.
good for just 3. And they're gonna
Is she
face
still having a hard
battle
time?
here on 3rd and long.
Yeah, I
I
think
think
so.
defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every
okay,
series
good
they
defense.
have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. A 41-yard punt there with no return, and the Bears take over. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Now it's Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet.
Alright, I'm going to go head on over to Andy's chat. You guys have fun. Whoop, whoop.
Fields to Kmet there for a Chicago first. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, Now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers are getting involved as this game goes on.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Back to throw, Fields. A throw left side taken in by Kmet. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 39. A very solid gain of 27.
Good work there. You're going to see on play action, they run an out route with the receiver on the outside and let the tight end work the seam in the area beyond him. A great concept, and it leads to a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now it's Fields off the bootleg. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
Nice chunky yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
He'll buy some time right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
That's really weird.
The Bills with a football as we start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. They go play action with Jackson. Checks this one down. It's Mitchell. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield, and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not, and dropped him for no gain.
On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
On 1st down, they go back to Mitchell. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Jackson's throw taken in by Diggs. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Not really any offense for them to speak of here in this first half. Maybe that's what they needed, that big play.
Yeah, it seems that maybe everything changes right there. They've been a little slow out of the gate. We've seen that. But that one big play, that could spark a big burst right here.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So 2 of 2 on third down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. Now Jackson. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
Was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big time.
Oh, I missed that. Jesus.
He hooked it.
That was bad.
It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Still searching for that first breakthrough, and I thought this might be it. But it's not to be, and we're still scoreless.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Vita Vea in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning.
Here we go, son. 158,
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have.
Wait, what?
You and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
How the...
Punch coming in, I don't have a return punch.
That makes no sense, but okay.
Those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are, about whether you should fair catch it or not. But sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defense in front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Well, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only had 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside.
Oh, I must have touched it the last time.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Now a 2nd and 6. Jackson. And Diggs has it. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 26. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Another target for Stephon Diggs, and he brings it in. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. Now it's Jackson. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs as the first half is winding down. And the Bills have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. The extra point, not exactly a thing of beauty.
Off the upright.
Ricochet home, and that makes the score 7-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Khalil Herbert to return it from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Our starters likely to be out there for the third quarter as we get back underway in this second half. From the end zone, here comes Herbert. And he returns this to the 22.
All right, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. But Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys... All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. Hyde dancing past him. That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. You come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
They run over center with Mitchell. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. As we surmise, Charles, most of the starting units still out there for this third quarter. First time this preseason that they played into the second half.
And that's by design. Most of the time by this point of the preseason, you want them to go into the half, cool down, and then come back out and warm up to start the third quarter like you would a regular season game. That's exactly what they wanted to get done.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
This is caught, and so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That'll put him at 95 receiving yards now as he's got a first down. Mitchell is in. Touchdown, Bills. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting.
Good night, Willow.
On their side, and they got
Close your eyes and go to sleep.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From the end zone, here comes Herbert. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the return will stop right around the 25.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
After the interception, here's Jackson. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. That's 2nd down.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got a stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Play action. It's Jackson. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So on 4th down, out is Tyler Bass in the Buffalo field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. The kick by Bass is good, and the Bills will add on to their lead. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
From the end zone, here comes Herbert. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive they had. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. I guess we're at the point of the game where they do need to open up the playbook a little bit, start to take some chances down the field, but that one did not go as planned.
Yeah, these guys need something good to go their way, and they took an opportunity to take that shot there. But obviously that's not going to help. A tough play for them as they're trying to make their way back.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
But the come on. Trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Here's Jackson. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays.
Shit,
Kind of
Lamar.
let their athletic ability take over in order for you to notice them. Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
The kick by Bass is good, and the Bills will add on to their lead. So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
From the 25, here's a 2nd and 7. To throw is Fields. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Fields now to throw. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day.
Damn it!
Like an incomplete pass is almost a win.
I was trying to get away from the ball, not touch it.
I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball.
Okay, defense, back on the field.
Defenders don't take it away.
Here we go. 319. Can I see that?
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
We're glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That good for 22 and a 1st down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Sometimes it pays to be lucky rather than good. That was not even the intended receiver on that pass.
But still able to haul it in for the reception. Now Walker. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And the Bears are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. In lieu of the sneak on 4th and inches, they just say, give it to the big man in the backfield.
Yeah, fullback no less. Not many of those left in the NFL, but for those that have one, perfect time to use them, perfect time to get it done.
Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that way to go against them and try and get some points on the board.
And I'm curious on the defensive side if they stay aggressive, because you know they want to pitch this shutout.
Yeah, they have to be aggressive, but they also have to be smart about it as well, because one mistake can turn into 6 points.
To throw is Walker. Gonna throw on 3rd and goal.
Nice pass, nice pass.
Touchdown, Bears. Velus Jones from 3 yards out. And the Bears are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Santos with the extra point, and that cuts this lead down to 13. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah, I think here's...
There he goes, right side. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big play here for Buffalo. Give him 42 yards on the ground. That's complete to Dobbs. Touchdown! Romeo Dobbs from 21 yards away. And the Bills have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. So that drive there, CD, a good response, and that might be the one that gets them to the finish line, a comfortable lead.
Yeah, and that's all about not letting the team back into a game, because they just gave up a touchdown. It was back to a 2-score game, and anything can happen in that situation. But instead, they came through with a really terrific drive right there that ended in 6. So you like to slam the door on teams. In this case, they're trying to lock it as well.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else?
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Now Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Morris. And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17. Into the red zone, 1st down.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Wilson wants to throw it. That is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Bills. Romeo Dobbs ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Bills have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. Here's Bass now for the extra point. It's up and good, and they're in control now, 35-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make...
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. How about this? And he'll bring this one back to
Damar Hamlin. Yes.
All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, little insult to injury here late in the game. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And it bangs off the left upright.
Damn.
It's no good. But that shouldn't matter a great deal as they still lead by a bundle here. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't.
He's got a man complete. A big connection on that one. And even
I'll give her one more.
yards.
I want to see if she can score.
They're able to
Let's
stop
see
it
it.
with 1 second to go in this game. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now.
Come on,
for
D-man,
1st
don't
and
break.
10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to take another shot here. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away from
All right, ladies and gentlemen of the MPCW gaming community, this has been the MPCW franchise. But we all know it is time to cut it out.
And made it happen for a victory.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Chicago.